Hello, everyone, and welcome here at Adobe Live. I'm so very excited to be here today. We are here with a fantastic news and with a wonderful new app that we're going to learn how to use together here at Adobe Live. So first of all, I want to say thank you to everybody joining us here. As you probably noticed, we have a new direction here. We are actually streaming on YouTube. So make sure to subscribe of this new YouTube channel in order to keep your eyes peeled for all the wonderful tips that are about to come forward today and in the future as well regarding this new wonderful app. And I'm just going to go ahead and say it. The new name of this wonderful new app is the Adobe Creative Cloud Express. This is a new app and a new addition to the wonderful Creative Cloud that will allow you to create easily and quickly so much content for your business, for your social media, logos. So much is going to be able to be produced in this wonderful app. It's very easy to access. You can actually use it on your devices, such as your tablet or your mobile, but also on your desktop. And we're going to spend this week together every day developing all sorts of different assets for your business and to show you how you can, on your own, from your home, anywhere, you can just join and access this new Adobe Creative Cloud Express in order to create your very own graphic and much more. So today we're going to start with a logo, in fact, and it doesn't matter your skill level. You can just jump in and join me and you'll see how easy it is, thanks to so many new wonderful templates and so much more. I'm actually going to go ahead and scroll real quick on this new page where you can find so many more information. That's adobe.com/express. In here you will be able to find many information regarding the new templates, the new font integrations, the new type lock, and the libraries images. There is so much, so hang on tight. This week is going to be fun while we discover different aspects of this wonderful new app that will make your life easy in order to create standout content. So as I said, make sure to tune in on YouTube and to subscribe to the channel. There are so many tips, inspiration, and tutorials coming up. And this week, I'm going to be with you. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Kladi, and I'm going to be here with you the entire week with some wonderful, also Adobe Creative Cloud Express ambassadors that are going to share some tips and they're going to share some way to use this app. In fact, before we jump into the app, let's go ahead and cue in the tip from our first ambassador, Shine, and see what our tips are in order to create a logo. And then we're going to jump into the app and create it together.
Hi everyone, my name is Shine Webster. I'm a Creative Cloud Express ambassador, and today I'm bringing you a quick tip on how to make a standout logo. So to me, a standout logo should include 3 things: an icon, your brand name, and a brand tagline. I also try not to use more than 2 to 3 colors in one logo because it just gets overwhelming and really hard to follow for the eye. So a good way to split this up is to make your icon and your tagline one color and to make your brand name a separate color. I can't wait to see what you create using these tips.
Absolutely wonderful. Make sure to go and check her out. I know that in chat are going to be some link to go and check out her work. We're going to I took note of all her tips regarding creating a logo. So we're going to make sure to use an icon, a tagline, and of course, a brand name. This week, as you probably guessed from the cover of this new stream, we're going to focus on a yoga studio. But let's go ahead and jump and discover this new app. Many of you in the chat are actually asking, is this the new Spark? Yes, this is the new Spark. As you can see, the website is as easy to access. You can also access the app on your mobile by looking for Adobe Creative Cloud Express. There is also an Instagram page, and you're going to be able to download that on your tablet and on your mobile. But as it was for Spark, you can also access it on your desktop anywhere, anytime, in order to create your content. Now, I want to say real quick to the chat, hi to the chat. I can see Gas and Sam in the chat. Nice to see you. Also, we have our lovely Paco here helping me out streaming today. So thank you so much and nice to see you, everybody. We have Sean, we have UI UX design asking, yes, this is the new Spark. Absolutely. And from now on, Spark is going to be Adobe Creative Cloud Express. And Adobe Creative Express is Spark and more, because you will see the integration are very, very amazing and exciting. The type locks, we have libraries, but let's actually start to go and browse the app so we can look at some of these wonderful additions. So the first thing that will probably jump to your eyes is very easy to notice is the try quick action. So this new quick action will allow you to jump right into the work. And as you can see, they feature some very new way of working with this app. So the difference, one of the main difference from Spark and Express is that we have now integration with Photoshop Express and Rush. So a lot of cool things happening with videos and with GIF and with animation. And you can just access all of them simply by clicking on any of these icon located in the try quick action. And this is right on your own page. So as soon as you head to express.adobe.com, which is the new link that you want to save in your browser. So I'm just going to say that again, express.adobe.com, you will be brought in the layout. As you can see, that's as easy as and accessible as Spark was. It's just as much more new content that will allow you to create standout graphic in order to grow your business. Another thing that I really want to show you, and we're going to jump in and apply it right away for our case study today, which is creating a logo for a yoga studio, is to browse the templates. Once you go ahead and now you click on the search, in the past, all you have to do is to use a keywords, where right now we can actually go ahead and search categories, which is so fantastic. So that means that already Creative Cloud Express will allow you to dive in and right away jump into the right categories. And as you can see, I'm already clicking onto logos because that's the topic that we're going to be looking for today. So we're going to jump into the logo section. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and use either the keyword that we want. So in this case, it could be yoga company and then logo. And you'll see that we have 208 logo templates. So it can be as easy as that, just simply by looking at your keywords and category. Here it is. You have already a place to start with your creation. So I'm going to go ahead and see if there is any question in the chat. Hi, Loria. Hi, Andreas, Roxanne, Andres. Thank you so much for joining us. I can see Kieran in the house. Lovely to see you, Umako and Anika. If you have any question, feel free to ask while I'm working. There are our lovely moderator in the chat. We have Sam Peterson helping us out and sharing useful links and answering to your questions. So feel free to ask your question while I start to go ahead and work following our amazing ambassador tips for today. So let's go ahead and recap. Shine mentioned again an icon, a brand name, and a tagline, and a maximum of 2 or 3 colors. And she suggested to merge together the color of the icon and the tagline. So we're going to go ahead and start from scratch and use some of this wonderful type lock. Although if you want, and if you really have a 5 minutes to work with, as you can see, you can use any of these templates by clicking on it and clicking on start from. As you can see, they are very, very awesome. The one with this new icon, and that's a little bit of a news in terms of visual that you see. In the past, we had a little bit of a yellow bookmark on the top of the image. Right now, we have this little crown that indicates that the content is premium. Now, if you do have a Creative Cloud account and you already have access to the premium version of Adobe Creative Cloud Express, you will still see the crown. That means that you will have access to the content as well, but that really wants to show you all the premium value that you have in your account. So it will still show, but it is absolutely accessible for you to use. Now I'm going to go ahead and zoom out, and I want to go back into my search and simply go back into my logo search. So as you can see, if today this week actually we're going to talk about the yoga studio throughout, but the beauty is that not only Express allow us to search a category, but also it will allow you to search different business categories. So we have restaurants, fashion and beauty, music, so monograms. We have also all these amazing content split into industry. Isn't that absolutely fantastic? Badges, and then general logo templates, which I think is super, super fun. And as you can see, we have some very awesome artwork, our fingertips ready to be used. But let's go ahead and click on start from scratch, because I really want to show you the potential of this wonderful new app, which is the Creative Cloud Express. As you can see, because we were working and looking at templates, once we open at the start from scratch, we'll still be able to have access to the templates. So they're still here, and templates is the first icon that you can find on the menu bar on your left. And since we decided to start from scratch, I want to go ahead and show you the new text lock. The new lockup, there's so much fun. There is so much more going on in terms of colors, in terms of font. That's something else that we want to mention about this wonderful app. The font.adobe.com integration is absolutely mind-blowing, the amount of fonts and fun that you can access directly from this app. But I want to show you how easy it is to use any of these templates in terms of text. So we don't only have templates in terms of a logo, we can just look at the text itself. And even here, the beauty is that I'm going to go ahead and zoom in for you to see is that those are split into categories. So even here within the text, we will be able to access a category of logos. And as you can see, we have social media, headlines, and much more. But I'm going to go ahead and click on more for logos to see and to have an idea, which is great also to really fuel your inspiration and to get started. So let's go ahead and have a browse, and I'm going to try to find something that we could use here for our logo. And maybe we can create a couple. I can already see a couple here that I really like. I'm going to go ahead and click on this one here. And as you can see, it will appear automatically inside my canvas. And all you have to do is to click on it. And in this case, you'll see a bounding box appearing around the entire text lock. But don't worry, because by double clicking on it, you'll be able to access and edit each single element. So in this case, we're going to start by adding the tagline of our brand, which is mind, body, and soul for our yoga studio. And as you can see, I get so excited, but I cannot spell that. If you've been on a stream with me, you definitely learned that so far by working together. And then all we have to do is to double click on the main name, which we're going to use as our brand name, which is going to be Balance. So again, we have, as Shine suggested, a main brand name, which is Balance. Then we have a tagline, body, mind, and soul. And then we have an icon, although this icon doesn't really represent what we want to show. So we're going to go ahead and make a little change in terms of the icon. I'm going to show you how easy it is to change the icon. But before doing so, this the main logo, the word Balance, the main brand name, looks quite small compared to the actual icon and lockup that we have here. So all we have to do here, you can either change the size of your font by heading to the main style here of the text, or something that is really super cool and will allow you to make a very much more bold and stand out text is to make space between the letters. So I'm going to go ahead and click on spacing, and from here I'm going to go ahead and increase the space between the letters. So you'll see that we'll start to have a much bolder word in terms of the word Balance, which is the main brand name. And also here we can change the color, so we can keep the color of the icon and the tagline, as Shine suggested, on one level, so that's just one color, and then the brand name on another color. You can also, as I said, access thousands and thousands of font here, and also change the size. So you can actually make a logo in just, I don't know, what was that, like less than 10 minutes? That's super fun. Another way in which you can resize your element is, again, to double click on them, and you'll see that there is a white bounding box, so a white rectangle appear around your text that will tell you that the text is selected. You have these guides that will show you when the text is centered or is aligned, and then from this circle, all you have to do is to click and drag to make sure that you resize your text, and that works for any element. So for instance, if I do want to select our icon here, all I have to do is to make sure that I click on one of the circles and click and drag in order to resize it. But as I said, what if this icon doesn't really resonate with what we're doing here and we want to replace it? Well, very quickly, you already can see here on the right that once we select an icon, our amazing Creative Cloud Express give us the opportunity to replace the icon with one of the thousands available icons here. So all we have to do is to click on replace, and automatically our menu, as you can see, is updating right away, bringing us into the icons menu here. From these search bar inside the icon menu, we will be able to search whatever we want. In this case, I'm just going to use the word soul and press on return in order to browse this wonderful library. And you can go ahead and pick any of these icons. They're absolutely free for you to use. I'm going to go ahead and look at this first one because it really brings us into the idea of yoga, meditation, and balance. And that is one option that we can use. And we are pretty much done. But because I want to show you how easy it is to create a logo, why don't we just use these couple minutes that we have together to create another option, just to show you. And maybe, you know, if you're making this for you, you want to create a couple of logos, maybe sleep a night on it and then choose the night after and the day after, or just to have like an idea of the different options that you can easily create. So what I'm going to do here is go back into the text and choose another one of these wonderful type lock here that really caught my eyes before. Again, as you can see, we already have type lock that comes with icons. In this case, this is a much more complex icons. In fact, is made by many different images locked together. And you can guess that by simply clicking on them, you'll see that you find different bounding box. Again, all of this is editable. All of this is replaceable. I just want to show you how easy it is to actually replace. So in here, we're going to change our tagline to our main 3 keywords. So is mind, body, and soul. And then here, again, we're going to change the main brand names to our balance. And as done before, if you wish, you can change the spacing in order to make these logos stand out. So I'm going to go ahead and increase the space between the letters. And as we did before, you can just simply change the color to whatever color you need and you prefer. So we can bring it back to orange. And again, we follow the advice that Shine gave us in order to keep our tagline and our icon on one color, and then have our brand name on a color standing on its own, just to really make it pop out and stand out. Something else that we can do, and again, today I'm just showing you some of these options in order to show you how easy and quickly you can make standout content, even your own brand logo. But throughout this week, we're going to be creating flyer, we're going to be creating social media, we're going to be creating banner adverts, and so much more. So make sure to stay tuned to really go ahead and stay together with me and discover all the potential between this new wonderful improvement of this wonderful app. So another thing that I want to show you here, as you can see, once I click on these different elements, it looks like they are ungrouped. All you have to do is to click and hold the shift key in order to select the different elements that we have here. And then by doing so, you will have the option to group them, just like so. So once you group them, you can treat them as a one single element. And now all you have to do is to choose which one you prefer. And let's see if we have perhaps a minute to see what the chat says real quick. If you prefer the one on the top and the one at the bottom, let's see, make sure, and as I said before, to go ahead and watch the new YouTube channel where you're gonna see so many new tips, tutorials in order to learn new techniques to make your business stand out by having this wonderful graphic on the new Creative Cloud Express. So let me see if there is anything in the chat coming real quick. Between the top and the bottom, I know that there is a little bit of a lag, and we just have a few minutes left. I'm just going to go ahead and refresh to make sure that we have anything coming through between the top and the bottom. If not, and if we'll have to go, I'll probably make a quick choice myself. I'm just going to give it a second. And I want to show you also what is the next step once you create a logo. So what I'm going to do here, I don't seem to see any comment between the top and the bottom. I'm just going to go ahead and pick one. So also, I'm going to show you something else. Once we click on one, let's say that we want to keep the one on the one on the bottom. So what I'm going to do here is to simply select the one that is located on the top that perhaps we do not want to use, and then we can remove it by clicking on delete, which is this little bin icon which is on the right on the screen. And here we go. But what happened if you change your mind and now you really wanted that and you just done that by mistake. Well, don't worry. You can always go back because everything that you are creating is automatically saved and updated to your wonderful projects. So all you have to do is to click on undo delete and is right there, ready to be used. And also I can see in the chat, we have Roxanne telling us to choose the bottom. So it looked like that was a good idea and a good choice. But as I said, you can always go back and undo as many times as you want. You can always access your text and change colors. So let's see, perhaps you're not happy with this orange color. You can go ahead and change the color as many times as you want. And you can try and try over again. And if you want to make sure that you pick a color that you're already using, so as Shine suggested, we want to make sure that the color of the text and the tagline is exactly the same color of the icon. We can use the eyedropper tool, which is this icon here located on top of the color. And then from that, go ahead into your design and you'll see that once you target the main element that you want to replicate the color of, just click once and here it is. In one click, we actually replicated the color. Fantastic. So once you choose the item that you want to select and you want to use, all you have to do is to, in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that everything is grouped. And again, all I did is to click and drag over all the element to group that and place it at the center. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on download. And I'm going to download a PNG version, which will allow me to create a transparent version or also a solid background. And I'm going to create a new folder called Yoga Studio on my desktop. And here it is. From here, I'm going to go ahead and click my logo. And then if you want to create one which has a background, we can perhaps pick a new color of a background. Let's go ahead and use maybe a lighter color, maybe a lighter blue, just like so, and click on download. And then again, you can choose between a JPEG, a PNG, and then click on download and start your download. And in this case, we're going to have a JPEG version with a solid background, which is now have the blue color. And all you have to do here is to make sure that we go ahead and we open in our machine our logo, and you see that we have now our new logo for our project ready to go. So this transparent background can be used in any application. We're going to see throughout the week how to use it for your social media. We're going to be working with Shine on Wednesday in creating some social media. So hopefully we're going to be able to use this logo throughout and apply it. And just real quick for you to stay tuned, because I know that it's nearly time to go. I think we have maybe 1-2 minutes left. All you have to do is then head back here into your project. If you want, you can also name your project. So I'm going to call this Balance. So we know right away which brand are we working on. And once this is done and your project is saved, you can always go back and as you can see now it's saved. But if we click on the main home page, our wonderful Adobe Creative Cloud Express saves your project. You can find your recent project here at the bottom of our bar. And then all you have to do is to go ahead and click on brands in order to create a new brand. And I'll probably have 1 more minute just to show you real quick, once you create a brand, how to use your logo. And all you have to do is to click on upload your logo, head to your desktop, wherever you have downloaded your new logo, and then click on open. And you'll see that now your logo is already updated and ready to be used throughout all these wonderful other applications that we're going to be discovering together throughout this week. And unfortunately is pretty much time to go. I want to say thank you so much to everybody that was here with us today, launching this new wonderful app. I hope you have a ton of fun. Make sure to head on adobe.com/express to learn more. Again, the link to access the app is express.adobe.com. I look forward to see what you create, and stay tuned. And don't forget to subscribe to the new YouTube channel in order to learn new tips about the new and wonderful Adobe Creative Cloud Express. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to see you tomorrow with new tips and new techniques on creating standout content with Adobe Creative Cloud Express. Thank you so much, everybody. Goodbye.